All right, so this is a bit about my honors plan and my thesis plan for the honors program. So I'll just kind of give a brief overview of where it all started. I've always been interested in engineering and science since I was a little kid. I was always drawn to it. Um, and from an early age, I knew that I wanted to be an engineer. I joined programs like Invention Convention and science fair stuff at school, and that really just got me into it. Here's some pictures of baby Audrey doing some of those things. The summer before I went into my freshman year of college, I got the opportunity to do some research on the UConn campus. I saw an ad the spring of my senior year to work in one of the environmental engineering labs on campus, signed up on a whim, got in, fell in love. I had always wanted to do research. I'd always been interested in it, but I didn't realize how much I loved it until I started doing that. And I worked on a project removing microplastics from wastewater, which I loved and was very interested in, but it wasn't quite exactly what I wanted to be doing. So at the end of the summer, I mentioned to my professor this idea I had for a project about concrete, and she put me in touch with Dr. Willa, and now I am doing what I hope turns into my thesis work. So, my project that I'm currently working on, and I just actually received an idea grant for, is implementing plastic in concrete. So, the idea is that we can take unrecyclable plastics, grind them up, which you can see in the first image here. It kind of turns into a powder, grind them up, and then put them into concrete mixes and see how they impact the strength and the flexibility of the concrete cylinders to get a better idea as to whether this could be used as a recycling method for concrete, um, for plastics that can't normally be recycled. um, this is what my project is now. I've just started and only done a couple mixes, and I'm really hoping that this initial research I'm performing now can eventually turn into some sort of thesis project about the feasibility of environmentally friendly building materials, like the one I'm researching. So, just to give you a little bit of overview about how I plan to achieve this. So, currently, I have an idea grant for my project. I'm also part of Worth Innovators Innovate Wellness, and I'm still involved in the initial research I started to do. Um, my senior year of high school, which is through the EFRI grant. I plan to major in civil engineering and material science engineering, minor in biomedical engineering and environmental engineering, and have a concentration in naval STEM technologies. And the idea is that I eventually want to get into surf and tip and accelerate and other programs like that to bring my ideas further and hopefully end up with some thesis materials. And I just wanted to show you before I end my video, I do have a plan of study laid out for myself to achieve all of these things in 4 years. I have my capstone project, my thesis in here, just to make sure that my goals are in fact feasible and that I can hopefully achieve them by spring of 2025, when I will hopefully graduate having completed the honors thesis process and the honors process in general. So, thank you so much for listening, and this is my honors program plan.